Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to looking at another Nerf blaster on the channel. My name is Luke Triton and today we are covering the Rayven. This is the Rayven CS-18 which came out in 2012, so we're not going to be necessarily looking at this model in particular, but the idea that the Rayven is a blaster that you should get. There have been many re-releases of this blaster, so that proves that this is definitely popular. In this series we'll be looking at Nerf blasters and we decide whether it's worth buying them today if you don't have one already. So I have a few episodes where I look at some blasters and I say yes pretty much immediately. This was nearly one of those episodes. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, is it really a go-to blaster? Let's talk about it, shall we? So this is the Rayven out of the box. Don't worry about what it looks like because all the re-releases are pretty much the same. It has a barrel extension point, a top tactical rail, and a side tactical rail, which is very cool indeed. The tactical abilities of blasters nowadays is constantly increasing, and I love that this is a thing. This model in particular comes with the 18 dart stick magazine with a glow-in-the-dark feature. It comes with special UV darts, which you can light up, and when you fire them, you can actually see them in the dark, which is very cool. Sadly, I don't actually have the darts to be able to prove it, which is a real shame because I would love to do that, and when I bought this for the first time, that was all I was doing. So fun. This is a very small blaster, as you can tell. This is a bullpup design, which means the magazine is behind the trigger. That's a good thing because it's more compact, but for older nerfers like myself, I'm having to really compress my body in order to use this. My arm is a lot more, well, it's not like that, but you can see how I'm holding it. It's not uncomfortable, but it's not comfortable either. It's a bit difficult to really explain this point. For younger nerfers, I can definitely see them using this. They can just get another barrel, a grip, and that's probably a really good combo for them to use. But for older nerfers, there are definitely better blasters out there for them to have. Rapid Strike, Infamous, what's it called again? The Modulus Regulator, that's it. I can never remember that name. But yes, this isn't the go-to blaster that it used to be. When it was re-released for the Elite line, it looked so good, but obviously this feature was no longer implemented. More releases have come out over the years. Here in the UK, a week ago, so at the time of recording this, a week prior, the new White Rayven Fire has only just come out on shelves, which is really bad because I think the Rayven Fire came out, what, 2 years ago now? Something like that. It was a really long time ago, and that massive delay in sales is a big problem because there's other things I want to get, but sadly I couldn't do it. So thankfully I was able to buy one online and save the time, but nonetheless, that's just a problem I thought I may as well point out. So whilst there are some negative things about this blaster, there's one massive bonus I want to quickly point out. So let me just hold down this rev trigger one sec. This is a battery operated semi-automatic flywheel blaster. Let me just press this button one sec. This is the quietest flywheel blaster I've ever heard. I don't know how loud the re-release versions are because I obviously don't have them, but this is genuinely unbelievably quiet. That probably might be because the wheels aren't turning as fast because this only shoots as to the same standard as N-Strike. But still, this is brilliant for close quarters. It's nice and quiet, nice and small. But I think that's limited to that setup. If you try to go sniper or heavy, it won't be as fun. I can't see this being as good for anything else. So yeah, this is probably going to be a nice quick episode today. And if I was going to give you a yes or no answer as to buying this blaster, yes, it has my recommendation. I would definitely say this is a good blaster to buy, but only if you're willing, because again, here in the UK we've got the Rayven Fire, which is probably going to be crazy money, but if you try and find one second hand and you find one at a price you're happy to pay, then get one because this is a really cool blaster. But at the same time, no, because there are better blasters out there. Looking down here now, this is where I've got all my Nerf blasters. I've got my Stampede, Hyperfire, my Regulator, the Rapid Strike, got the Infamous there as well, and obviously I put this down there with the others just for storage sakes. If I was going to have a Nerf war and they said, right, you can only use flywheel blasters or whatever kind of condition where this was available, I'd go for something else. This would actually be one of the last blasters I would pick up, simply because it's just so small. Again, that's the idea of the bullpup design, but I don't know how older Nerfers can really use this. There are kits available that increase the size. I've seen one where you get a massive chunkier stock, something that goes on here which looks very cool indeed, but just on its own it's not something I would personally use as much anymore. There are definitely better blasters out there and there's more fun experiences to be had with your money. So that was definitely one of the most confusing episodes I've done. People are probably going to yell at me about this. There we are. So again, as a yes or no, I would lean towards yes to buying this blaster rather than to not buy this blaster. It's really unique. If you find this one in particular with this magazine, first of all, make sure you get the dart so you can have the proper experience. But secondly, you're going to have a really fun time with this blaster. So hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.